I have got some really good news about the XJ I'm going to share with you guys today. But first, let's roll that intro. Welcome to TrailRecon. I'm Brad, and today on this episode, I've got some really good news to share with you about our project Jeep Cherokee XJ. And then I'm going to let you know a little bit about what we've done over the last 2 weeks and what we've got in store. But before I get into that, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you out there. You know, after I posted the last video about the rollover and all the body damage, and if you missed that video, I'll leave a link down below, guys. Go click that video, go watch it, and then you get caught back up. But after I posted that video, so many of you guys reached out to me with some very helpful information. You know, I was a little unsure of what the future was going to hold for the XJ, but you guys gave me some great advice, and I really appreciate that. You know, that's what I love about the community we've started to kind of develop here on TrailRecon. Is you guys are always helping me. Hopefully I'm giving you some great advice, but you know, in the comments all the time, I see you guys helping each other, which is really exciting. I'm really thankful for everything that you guys have offered me over the last couple weeks about the XJ. Now let's talk about some of the great news I received. So the very first thing we did before we did any work was we took it to a body shop and we had them put it on a frame rack to check the alignment of the unibody. And I'm really happy to report that the unibody, the whole frame, is straight, which is great news. It's such awesome news because I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting the worst, that maybe it twisted a little bit or there was a crumple somewhere that I didn't see. But it's straight, guys. That's awesome news. That means we can get started on doing all kinds of work on the XJ. Such a relief. So after learning that the body was straight, my son and I decided, you know what, we're gonna give a try at seeing how many of the dents we can fix. And you would be amazed at what you can do with a couple of these cheap suction cups from Harbor Freight Tools. We were able to actually pull quite a few of the large dents, the big indentations, right back into place. The only challenge was anywhere there's a crease, like in the hood and the roof, there's a couple creases, you can't pull those out. So we've been playing around with a little paintless dent removal tool and some glue, a little bit of hammer and stuff. We're learning. We're going to try to figure that out. You know, you got to teach yourself some stuff once in a while. But we will be removing the headliner and getting up underneath and pushing up the roof to see how well we can fix it from the inside. You know, when I was at the body shop, I just asked those guys, I'm like, look, if you were to fix the roof, what's the estimate? How much would that cost? And they said basically they would cut the whole thing out and reskin it, and it would be several $1,000s. So that's not something that we're gonna do. So we are gonna keep tinkering a little bit and seeing how many of these dents we can fix. I did go ahead and order a new front fender, so we'll be installing that. And there's some Bondo in here, so this has already been fixed once before, but I was able to fix that gap that was in between the fender and the driver's side door, you know, because of those were hitting. So that's fixed at least, so that's good news. We can open the door now without it banging. But something that we didn't realize initially that we found out just the other day was the rear hatch is, wow, it's really off alignment. It's hitting the roof now every time it opens. It's not good. Plus now the latch is stuck, so I've got to sort that out. I know there's a couple of YouTube videos out there about how to fix your latch, so we'll be working on that soon. But a lot of body work that we're gonna experiment with. I don't want to do a, you know, this is how-to video because we're learning as we go, but I'll share with you, you know, some of the tools we used and how we were able to fix things down the road as we progress onto this. The other thing that we did is we worked on the suspension. So we ordered a new tie rod, drag link, and steering stabilizer. We went with the Curry tie rod and drag link system and went with a Fox stabilizer. Oh, I gotta tell you, it drives so much better down the road. I mean, there was a little slop after the accident. There's no slop now. It is really tight, so that was a great upgrade. You know, it took my son and I a couple hours in the garage to do that. It was really worth it. And this new tie rod and drag link is much beefier, so that's gonna be better for us off-road. So we're really excited about that. All right, and the last thing that we did is, and I realize I'm opening a can of worms here, is I put on these new BFG KO2 all-terrain tires. And the reason I did that is this actually was something I was planning on doing well before the accident. You know, I have been running the BFG KO2s on my Wrangler for several months now, and I have no affiliation with BFG, but I have been really happy with these tires, both on road, out in the desert, out on the trail. And so swapping these over on the Cherokee has been something that I've wanted to do. And I'll probably do a full-blown tire review later on. You know, we were running the Cooper STT Pros on here for a while. They're a great off-road tire. Not so happy with them on road after they get some miles on them. They get a little loud. But again, this is not a tire review. I realize I just opened that can of worms and there's gonna be a big debate, but I personally love these tires. And then we went ahead and wrapped these tires on some brand new Method Racing wheels. And we went with a polished rim this time. These are aluminum, and I'll leave links down in the description for both the tires and the rims, guys. But I know that there are lots of folks that are passionate about putting black rims on their Jeep. I personally have always been a fan of the polished look, and I think this looks amazing, especially with the color, the polished rim. I think it just looks awesome. But I will tell you that it drives down the road now so much quieter, and it handles and brakes a little bit better with these tires. Very, very happy with this choice here that we made, guys. So we've been busy over the last 2 weeks, but we are really happy with where we're at right now. The Jeep drives so well down the road, and we're even planning on taking her out on a few easy trails. You know, it's time to get her out and get her dirty. But we've got a long list of things that we're going to be doing, and some of those first couple things we're going to be doing is some kind of roll cage. Now, I've been talking with my good buddy over at Old Iron Exhaust and Off-Road, and we've kind of discussed a couple different roll cage options. You know, we talked about an exoskeleton, maybe an internal one. I'm going to be meeting with him. We're going to design something, and we'll definitely be sharing that with you. But we need to do something to add some extra safety. You know, the roof has been compromised, and the last thing I want to do is have to worry about the driver or the passenger in another rollover. So a roll cage, whether it's internal or external, is in our future. Also, we're going to be doing some frame stiffeners. I mean, I think we really dodged a bullet with that frame not twisting. So adding some frame stiffeners is something we wanted to do a long time ago, just to have it so if we're on a tough trail, we're not tearing it up. But now, just to add that extra stiffness, it's going to be really, really important. And we're also going to be doing just a lot of other stuff, guys. We're going to be doing some internal upgrades. I've got a light bar that actually I had before the accident. We'll be doing that install. So we get to get back and start doing some fun stuff like that. Really excited, man. I'm so happy that the XJ is savable, it's salvageable. We're gonna get her back up and running, guys, get all this stuff fixed and get it out on the trail. And you've got a lot more trail videos that are gonna be heading your way. Look, I thank you guys, everybody that chimed in, that helped give me some good advice. I really, really appreciate that. Look, if you're visiting TrailRecon for the first time, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a member of the TrailRecon team. And if you're out on the trail, please travel responsibly and remember to pack out what you packed in. Thanks for watching.